Huge congratulations. And this is a really special moment, not only for the both of you, but in the history of Gatorade, because you are the only two women in United States distance running history at the high school level to win NXN, to win the Gatorade Cross Country Award, and now to win the Gatorade Track and Field Award. Jane, I mean, like this is the meeting that I've always been waiting for, and now it's right here in front of us. Jane, what does it mean to be able to share a moment like this in history with Katelyn?
Oh, it's amazing. Katelyn, um, it's been so incredible to follow her career and what she's done for um, youth and just inspiring countless athletes in her pursuits and the way she carries herself. And so it was really awesome to get the award from Katelyn today.
Yeah, and not to say that it wasn't spectacular when Courtney presented you the cross country award, but I mean, obviously, this is a moment in time that not only the both of you need to celebrate, but Gatorade needs to celebrate. Katelyn, you are still the most decorated athlete in Gatorade history. I want to make sure that people know that still all these years later. But what does it mean for you to to share in yet another history making moment? Such a remarkable achievement for the both of you in Gatorade history.
Yeah, it definitely means a lot. When I look back at my high school career, the Gatorade Player of the Year comes to mind. Every time I won the award, it was such a special moment, just because it not only represents who you are as an athlete, but who you are as a student and a person as well. Um, so it means a lot to be able to give the award to Jane and kind of carry the Gatorade legacy like with me throughout high school, college, and now as a professional. So yeah, it definitely means a lot, and I got to spend time with her family beforehand, and we're here now at her high school, so it's cool getting to see, not only Jane as an athlete, but who she is as a person, and she comes from a great family, so she definitely deserves this award, and it meant a lot to give it to her.
Caitlin, as you have many times, you were literally reading my mind when you talk about family. Obviously, both of you are from families that are just so passionate and just have such a connection, with it. I mean, obviously, Jane, so much of the beauty of watching all of this unfold throughout the winter indoors and the spring outdoors was, the journey, that your family was able to enjoy and celebrate as well. I mean, obviously, you know, John Hedengren is the greatest videographer in the country, but but your mom, Sarah, being there every step of the way, obviously with your siblings, Eric and Isaac and Peter and Susan, and then obviously, Caitlin, I'll get to you in a moment, and obviously the shared experiences with Ryan and Patrick. But Jane, what did that family, connection and that family involvement mean for you in the journey, this past year?
It means a ton. Like those are my support. That's my support crew, and it's just really incredible to have them with every step of the way. I realize it's a big privilege. Like not everyone has a supportive family and crew around them. So just really grateful for the people in my corner.
And Caitlin, I mean, being able to on the best days to be able to share in those records and those championships and those historical achievements, but obviously on the the humbling days and the frustrating days, just where they're going to love you unconditionally, regardless if you ran the best race of your career or you had a more humbling and challenging experience. Like, how valuable was that for you during your time at North Rockland, but obviously since then as at North Carolina State and as a professional?
Yeah, it's so valuable. Like Jane said, it really is a privilege, and I'm super grateful to have such a supportive family. I think Jane can probably attest to this. When you get to a really high level, people stop viewing you as a human and they start viewing you as an athlete, and your achievements kind of dictate how people treat you. So it's really nice to just like come home from practice or come home from a race, regardless of how it goes, and your family just treats you like the kid they knew you as when you were growing up. You're just you're just a sister or a daughter your parents or your siblings. You're not an athlete that has to be breaking records every time you step on the track. And it's just a nice refresh, and you can really lean on them. And like Jane said, it's your support crew, and um, win, lose, break a record or not, they're going to be there for you, and they're just going to treat you like a normal person. So it definitely helps so much when you get to this high level, and there's a lot of pressure on you to have that support crew.
Jane, you were smiling and nodding throughout her response, like just the ability to keep it fun, right? To keep the main thing the main thing. Like, I mean, you do it as an activity, not at least not at this age, even in the era of NIL, et cetera, like as a job, like just again, like we appreciated every step of the journey for you, during the winter and the spring, but just your ability just to stay so present and joyful and appreciative, whether it was, racing against only your high school peers, racing against college and professional athletes at Bryan Clay, whether it was racing at Utah or, or New York or Washington or California or anywhere else. How were you able just to keep the main thing and just continue to, practice that joy and that gratitude and that appreciation?
Well, I just think I've experienced races where I'm not coming from a place of gratitude and love for the sport, and the way that affects my performance and my happiness on the day and the weeks leading into the race, and how I treat others around me. So I make it a really big priority coming into harder efforts and races, and to be grounded and to know what my intentions are, and how I want to show up. And I've found that that's really helped me to enjoy the experiences far more, to get the most out of myself, and to treat others around me with kindness as they should be treated.
Absolutely. And in addition, I mean, we talked about back during the cross country award, like it's not just the consistency in training and in racing, it's the consistency in the classroom, staying present in your, in your community. And so again, another historical aspect that we need to celebrate is that when Katelyn won this award, she was the first track and field athlete, female or male, regardless of event, in New York history to win the Gatorade Award. Jane, you are now the exact same in Utah. We talked about in cross country, there had been Aiden, there had been Casey, there had been, Danny Simmons. You are the first athlete in Utah history, Jane, female or male, in any track and field event to win this award. How proud does that make you? Because you brought so much positive attention to Timpview, to the community, and to the state of Utah. What does that mean to you?
It's really exciting. I think um I'm really grateful that I can kind of bring that light to Utah a little bit more, that spotlight, because I think we have a really great thing going here. And yeah, just they got me here, right? Like my family, a lot of great mentors and connections here in Utah. So definitely am grateful to shine a light a little bit more here in Utah on what we're doing.
Absolutely. And Katelyn, in that respect, you know what, it requires, not only from a, health standpoint, from a consistency standpoint, you obviously were an ambitious woman that wanted to take on, every distance possible, every relay, possible if you could. Like, just how impressed are you with, whether it was a mile, 3K, 2 miles, 5K, again, against high school peers, against college and professional athletes? Just how impressed were you as a woman who has been there and done that with what the incredible woman to your left accomplished this past year?
Yeah, super impressed. I think it took me a couple years to kind of look back and realize like how prestigious and special this award is. When you're in the moment, when you're in high school and you're accomplishing all these things, you're just doing it, right? It's just normal. You set these goals, you accomplish them, and you're just in the moment. And, once I got to college and became a professional, I looked back and kind of realized like, wow, like I really did that. Like I was, the best in the country for that many years. And, you know, they say like trackflation now, like, these high schoolers are running so well, they're training so hard, and Jane's not only on the top, but she's many levels up on the top, you know, breaking records, running super fast times. So it's been really impressive to see not only her accomplish these things, but just like the composure she brings with her while she's doing it. She's incredibly humble. You can probably tell like during this interview, and has a lot of gratitude and understands, you know, who helped her get here and why. And you can tell she's just a phenomenal young woman.
Absolutely. Well, having the blessing to watch both of your journeys and continued experiences, Jane, all I can say is I hope you get the last component of the Triple Crown, which Katelyn also had by winning the overall Female Athlete of the Year. I'm sure you're not going to get any argument from the woman to your right about that, but obviously, congratulations on this incredible achievement, and best of luck to both of you going forward.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.